So let me give a quick shout out to the Pistons fans out there. All right. Again, look. Somehow y'all gonna come at me and everywhere else, but not come to my channel and see my thoughts. Right. I want to preface this. I have a lot of respect for the Pistons as an organization. I have a lot of respect for a lot of their fans. I have respect for that team. I like the Pistons team, to be honest. See, unlike you guys, I give you guys credit for what you deserve credit for. You're a good team, all right? I don't know. I didn't watch that clip that's going to be in the thumbnail with them saying they're the worst number one seed of all time, but that's bullshit. Okay, the Pistons are a quality team. The Pistons are a quality team. I mean, there's been a lot worse number one seeds. I mean, goddamn it. Like, how about the Cleveland one? Yeah, for y'all to shit on Mike Brown, he coached team the back-to-back number one seeds, and because they had a flawed superstar who got credit for doing that shit that he ain't really do. They were, but anyway. Now, the Pistons are a quality team. The Pistons are missing an element, and they have not addressed it. They have not. I guess they didn't think it was an issue. See, number one, I'm gonna say this: you're supposed to play 9, 10, maybe 11 deep in the playoffs. The Pistons are been a team of depth, and that's been good. That's a good thing on a normal basis. But in these playoffs, that hasn't worked to your benefit, and it's not going to work to your benefit. All right, there's supposed to be hierarchy. You can't rely on a different guy every night to become your number two. And again, that's what I'm asking. If your number two is Tobias Harris, you're not a dominant team. You could be a good team. You could be a second round team. You damn sure ain't a championship team. So the Pistons, again, I respect them. They play defense. They grind it out. They're physical. They play hard. They play with a lot of energy. All the things I like about a regular team. Here's the thing though. There's an Achilles heel. You don't have a set scoring hierarchy. And Cade Cunningham is a superstar. I just had a conversation about who's a superstar. Cade Cunningham is very quiet, not boisterous, not very demonstrative. He has the looks. He has the Hollywood look. Light-skinned, good hair. Handsome paws. Shit. I'm a grown ass man. Man, I can say another man. I can say another man is a good looking guy. All right. Cade Cunningham, but he doesn't have a personality. He's very quiet, and he plays in a blue collar, grinded out town. See, again, I respect all that. Right now, Cade Cunningham should be finding little. But this is the thing. I'll get into that conversation later. Because they kind of gatekeep in the NBA now about who they want to really promote. But Cade Cunningham should be one of these guys that's being promoted by the NBA. Again, the man needs help. Now, 9 turnovers yesterday. Here's the part that you're not going to like. 9 turnovers. 8 for 20-something shooting. 8 for 22? 21? Man, I'm only looking at the box score. I saw down the stretch. I didn't watch the whole game. I'm busy. I'm not watching the Pistons like you. But I know I've seen enough of y'all play to know what y'all issue is. I don't have to watch every single game. Because, the game is so monotonous. The game is so, everybody's trying to shoot the three. Pistons do that average, at best. At best, they're an average shooting team. It's another issue. In a league where you have to be a good to a good 3-point shooting team. Everybody shoots the three, so you got to be good at it when you do it. Okay, Pistons are not. They're not terrible. They're not great, and that's an issue. So all these things, right? All these things. And we're left to wonder, are the Pistons going to get out of the series? You got another one in Orlando. You're right in the spot where the Knicks were. You have to win one on the road or risk going down 3-1, coming back home, having to try to win 3 straight games. Again, I'm not buying that the Pistons are the worst 1 seed of all time. They're not even the worst 60-win team. They were a 60-win team. They deserved it. I identified them last year as a team that's going to be a pain in everybody's ass. Here's the deal. And a lot of Pistons fans, Carcino, you mainly, were sitting there with the bravado and the swag. Oh my God. I don't care who we play. Well, you gotta grind out here in the first round. I told you. I said y'all gonna win, but they're gonna take a chunk of y'all soul. Y'all gonna lose a chunk of flesh. You know what I'm saying? Fortunately, you haven't had any injuries. Look what happened to Minnesota last night. You know, you haven't had any real injuries that hurt y'all. But you're grinding. It's one of the easy 5-game, 4-game series. Same way it wasn't for the Knicks, right? I expected like I said, with the Knicks, I expected us to win in 5, but we didn't play to our strengths. Again, we could have won in 4. We had 2 games where we had the reigning clutch player of the year, running plays to take a shot. And credit to the Hawks, they defended it well. This is why we lost. They stole the game from us, and they prevented us from stealing the game from them. But we're here now with no injuries, because again, the Knicks are a very well conditioned team. Thank you, Tips. See, I'm not a all or nothing. I'm not an all or nothing type of guy, man. I see the positives and I see the negatives and everything. I'm not going to sit there and I like Mikal Bridges, right? I'm not going to sit there and act like he's done nothing or he has no use. Again, he's guarding Naw. He's taking Naw out of this series. That's the Hawks' second leading scorer. Now again, you're not watching the games. You wouldn't know. No, I don't have to. First of all, I'm not that invested in the Pistons. You guys are. You tell me. Because at the end of the game, I don't care. You just box score watching. Jalen Duren, who averaged 20 over the season, is averaging under 10. You can't tell me a man getting half of his scoring output. I don't care if they're quadruple teaming him on every play. They did that to Julius Randle back when we played Atlanta in 21. He scored 18 and 11. You know what I'm saying? That was only 75% of his scoring output for the season, I believe. He averaged 24 that year. He averaged 30-something against Atlanta in season. But they would literally triple team because there was nobody else to go to. That's not the situation with Cade Cunningham. So miss me with that. I mean with Jalen Duren. So miss me with that. Because you got other guys. Mind you, you're a 60-win team. Dennis Jenkins, Holland, Javonte Green, all these guys. None of them are bona fide scorers. None of them are bona fide playoff performers. All of them are seeing that it's a lot different flying in through the season, flying in from place to place. You got one team that's focusing on everything you do. You got one team that's scouting you. That's the difference between playoff basketball and a regular season basketball. And I'm not saying that the Pistons were just a regular season team. But there's levels that y'all have to get to. There's things you have to get to. Funny thing, the things we're criticizing, like I said last night when I was talking to that loudmouth 24K, the things that we're criticizing Mike Brown on, not having a set plan. It's funny. It's really funny because it's one thing that I like about Mike Brown. Mike Brown was coached by Phil. Thibodeau coached by game plan. And whether his game plan was working, he was going to ride it into the ground. Unfortunately, when teams scout what you do well and they take it away, what do you have? You guys with JB Bickerstaff, you're complaining about the rotation. Yeah, you got to have this. These are my guys. And if this ain't working, I'll go to this. See, that's what I'm saying. This is why I appreciate having Mike Brown. And again, this is not me saying he's not the greatest coach in the world, but he's not a bad coach. I give him a B on the job he's done. I give him a B minus in the playoffs. I give him a B over the season. Okay? That's a lot better than having a motherfucking David Fizdale. So when you sit there and grill me on Knicks coaches, okay, trust me, we've had some terrible ones. Don't sit there and tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to the Knicks. You guys are questioning JB Bickerstaff's strategy and rotation. Part of it is, again, you don't have a hierarchy. You don't have a go-to guy that you go to next to Cade. And Cade now is feeling it. Cade had 9 turnovers. And I can sit there and say Cade is better this year than Brunson in the playoffs so far. So far. Not overall. Not for his career. When I had this conversation, I didn't realize that Cade had 9 turnovers. It's nasty work, bro. It's nasty work. You can't couch that. 9 turnovers? 9? No good. No good. Now, again, Cade has been he's been a superstar. I said he's a superstar. He's a superstar that needs more pub. It needs more press. He deserves some accolades. He deserves, I think he lost the MVP with the injury, but I thought he was the MVP. All right? I'm not shitting on you. I respect your guys. Y'all don't respect us, and we beat your ass. That's the thing. I'm not. If somebody was asking me about the Pacers, I'm not gonna shit over them. Even though I think the Pacers are overrated. I know what they are. I know what they're good at. I know that they're a very good scoring team. I know that they could beat anybody because they score the basketball. I know that they play at a good pace, this and the third. They're one of the best scoring teams in the league. But I think the Knicks are better, and I think with the right coach, we would have beat them. And we'll beat them next year. Even if they win the lottery, even if they get AJ or Cam Boozer or Peterson, we'll beat them next year. With Halliburton back. Yes. Because guess what? They lost their rim protector. They still got captain, but they lost their rim protector. Big part of what they do. Big part of what they do. I think Turner's overrated. He can't rebound, but damn sure he can block some shots and stop people from getting to the basket. So with all of that said, listen, these are the playoffs, and life comes at you fast. Life comes at you fast, guys. It's a different world. I don't want to be clichéic, but see, this idea that Pistons fans are telling Knicks fans what it's like because y'all won a chip in 2004. Calm the hell down. All right? In 2004, in 2003, 2004, that was the year that Rasheed Wallace was traded from the Portland Trailblazers. He was traded to Atlanta, ironically. And Atlanta had no desire to keep him, and they was going on their own rebuild. So they were going to retrade him as soon as they could. And you guys were headed by Joe Dumars, and the Knicks were headed by Isaiah Thomas that year. Okay? You guys beat us to Rasheed Wallace. They took. I don't think Atlanta wanted to deal with New York. I don't think they wanted to deal with Isaiah, but they did deal with Joe Dumars. Because I thought I don't remember who exactly we gave. I thought we gave them a better offer for Rasheed Wallace, but y'all got Rasheed Wallace on. Now look, y'all were closer to a championship than we were anyway, but without a doubt, Rasheed Wallace was y'all missing piece. And getting him allowed y'all to win that 2004 championship. Okay? You won in the 90s, in the 80, 89 and 90, because you caught Michael Jordan before he had a team. The Knicks, basically waiting for Bernard King to come together to cut this, and they pretty much gave it up. Didn't never really got the team around Patrick Ewing. So other than that, you have no championship experience to tell me Knicks fans about. Slow the hell down, all right? Look, end of the day, what happened. You guys are the ones talking about fair and unfair. Oh my God, this is not fair. The word fair in the playoffs? Nigga, it wasn't fair that Patrick Ewing was suspended for taking one step off the bench during a brawl. That wasn't fair. That was the rules. And they, because it's New York, because I guarantee you Michael Jordan wouldn't have been suspended in the same scenario. Because it was New York, they did what they did. They suspended him. It was Stu Jackson, who had sour grapes with the Knicks for firing him for Pat Riley. That's not fair. Why should Stu Jackson, a guy who was fired by the Knicks, he should have never been involved in that decision. Patrick Ewing technically broke the rule, but he did not break the spirit of the rule. He did not get involved in that goddamn. He left the bench area. He went to the scorer's table, two steps away from the bench area. That should have been interpreted that he stayed in the bench area. If you want to talk history, let's talk history. Anyway, because y'all gonna say I'm crashing out, da-da-da-da-da. No, y'all full of shit. Pistons fans, and this is the thing, the ones that I'm talking to, they know who they are. They're full of shit. Or those who watch me, Paul, shout out to Outlaw, they know who they are. You want to talk history? You don't want to talk history with King Speech Road, because King Speech Road don't forget shit. And again, y'all have y'all championships. But this Pistons group has done nothing. Y'all have done nothing. This Pistons group right now is 3-6 in the playoffs. Where do y'all get off lecturing motherfuckers on what's championship medal and not? Explain that to me. This Pistons group is 3-6. 3-6 in the playoffs. Where do y'all get off lecturing anybody about anything? Now I can see if y'all up 3-0, okay, all right. But you're not. And you're crying about what's fair. That's the ironic part. You motherfuckers are crying about what's fair. I laugh my ass off. To bring up the word fair, Carcino. Ain't no such thing as fair. It's the fucking playoffs. Win. What you gonna do? Look, like I said, I can go at Stu Jackson. You a son of a bitch for suspending Patrick Ewing. You want to suspend Mason, Oak, the rest of those guys? Patrick Ewing did not get involved in that fight. He did not break the spirit. The fact that y'all had that shit on camera, Patrick Ewing going to the score table to see his teammate being thrown into a goddamn stand. Oh, it's funny. Malice in the Palace, y'all changed the whole rules over that. The Pistons were involved in that shit. But only they got to win a championship after that. The spirit of the rule. You suspend the captain, the superstar of the New York Knicks, because he went to the scorer's table to see a teammate being thrown into the stands. We lost our whole team for PJ fucking Brown. But you want to talk fair. Come on, man. Ro ain't crashing out. Ro is preaching. Ain't no such thing as fair. Fair. OG Anunoby got called for staying inbound. They couldn't tell the difference between neon green and yellow. Jalen Johnson sneakers was yellow. It's facing the other way. You can't. These trained referees can't tell which. Did OG Anunoby turn his whole shoe around? The guy saw a foot out of bounds out the corner of his eye and made a call. Gave us a turnover during a momentum swing type of possession. We had gotten steals and all of that. Okay, we won the game anyway. We don't worry about the refs. Look, last year, Deuce McBride did not step out of bounds. They called it. He hit a three. They could have got us back in game 6. This is game 6. It could be tied 3-3. Yeah, we likely were going to lose that game, but that one right there gave us no chance. Deuce McBride hit that three. They called it out of bounds. He was not out of bounds. Now, I'm going to say, stop working the sidelines. Usually, NBA, it drives me crazy that NBA players get the rock on the sideline, because when you do that step back, you go out of bounds. It's the stupidest turnover you can make. It's like throwing a ball across the court. Just bad fundamentals. You don't need to be all the way on this side to work to your strong hand. And matter of fact, OG, you're a right-handed player. You're on the left sideline. But that's another story. But God damn it, if you're going to ever hear me cry about the word fair, fuck a fair. Fuck fair. The bottom line is you play to win. You play to win. There's no magnet ball. They shoot better. Paolo and what's the name? They're better scorers than you guys. They're better scorers. That's why they win in the series. They play just as physical as you. They do everything. They do everything that they need to do. That's why it's a series. And I told y'all that. I told you Orlando. I said it before the series. Orlando, I still think you're gonna beat Orlando. Orlando has to prove to me that they're a team that can, because they're very erratic offensively as well. They don't shoot the three as well. They're carbon copies of you. Honestly, I thought they should be where you guys are at. Now, not in the first seed, but I thought they would be the second or third seed this year. I really did. I didn't think Detroit was, and for them to be the AC, well, that's because they went through wars with the Knicks, and they lost Franz Wagner for a lot of the season. They also lost Paolo Banchero for a lot of seasons. If you notice, neither one of those guys are going to be up for any awards. But right now they're healthy. And that's what matters. Fair. Ain't no fair. Ain't no injury excuses. You were injured, okay. You play rough. You play with fire, you get injuries. You hurt players, your players get hurt. There. 2 years ago, Mitchell Robinson is so key to the Knicks defense, especially when we have Karl-Anthony Towns at center now. But back then, it wasn't fair that Julius Randle dislocated his shoulder, going up for a blowout win over the Heat, going up for a layup against Jaime Jaquez Jr. The audacity. Y'all sit there and shit on the Knicks. Y'all forget about the injuries we had. It wasn't fair that fat-ass Nicholas Batum fell on Bogdanovich. Like, y'all had Bogdanovich. He was scoring 20 for y'all. So, to lose a guy that can score 20 off your bench, fair. The fuck y'all talking about fair? I'm sorry. For y'all to whine about fair and injuries and make all I've heard from Pistons fans is excuses. You're a 60-win team. If somebody, this is what I mean, man. This is what I mean. In basketball, it's a next man up mentality. Right now, y'all need somebody to make up for Jalen's lack of production. And y'all don't need excuses of why Jalen Duren is not producing. Excuses ain't gonna do shit. Y'all need somebody to make up for that man's lack of production, because lo and behold, don't make no mistake about it, he is not producing. I don't want to hear about his positives. See, y'all tell me about his positives. I can tell you about Mikal Bridges' positives. Noah cannot score with Jalen with Bridges on him. No, like one thing about Bridges, that why he deserves the 20, 25 minutes he's getting right now. And yes, he deserves to be benched because he is not doing anything offensively. But defensively, don't think that I'm not noticing. So if Jalen Duren is doing his job defensively, great. But Jalen Duren is not just out there for defense. He's out there to be a scorer. Cade needs scoring. Well, we get it. No. You need to get it from a specific source. Because come down these last stretches. I know I'm going on, but there's a lot to say, man. God damn it. I spent 20 minutes yelling in my house yesterday with a goddamn stubborn-ass participant that I called to the panel, but he doesn't listen. Again, people have cotton in their ears, and I get it. People want to make their argument, and when you counter the argument, they can't have a back and forth conversation. Well, I'm having it now. Pistons fans. Look, there's other teams, I want to speak about in the playoffs, but Pistons fans, y'all need to come into Jesus moment because this is 2026. Y'all still relying on 2000s era tropes. It's a whole different era of basketball from the last time y'all had. Even the Blake Griffin era is different, and all y'all did was get swept in the Blake Griffin era. Come on now. This is different than the Melo era. The Knicks finally have a team that's complete. We have everything we need. Are we the most physical team? No. Can we play physical? Yes. Y'all helped us prove this last year. Our games with Orlando helped us prove that as well. Desmond Bane throwing the ball at OG Anunoby. Yeah, we remember that. We could deal with it. And we don't cry about it. Y'all do. Beef stew. Y'all down 2-1. Best defender in the league, right? Y'all down 2-1. Franz Wagner catching posted dunks. Paolo Banchero hitting clutch threes. Desmond Bane hitting clutch threes. And all you want to sit there and work, y'all had the 30-3 run. Outside of that, the Pistons have not been fucking impressive. They have not looked like a championship team. Y'all look like a championship team for one quarter. That's the bottom line. You want to talk about fair? Again, what's fair is the Knicks take a couple of L's. Oh, the Knicks are the worst team ever. Y'all take a couple of L's to the 8th seed. Now, again, this is a better team than an 8th seed. Orlando, really, in my opinion, should be a top 4 seed at worst. Fortunately, they had injuries. They didn't cry about being fair. I haven't heard one Orlando fan cry about what's fair. The word fair. Fair. Ain't no such thing as fair, niggas. Ain't no such thing as fair. What y'all thought this was? Fair? Fair? Again, man, look, I get it, man. I get it. We make our prognostications, and when they don't come true, we find reasons for why they don't. I'm more literal than that, man. I'm more literal. It's what happens. The Knicks lost last year, and this is why, and I said it before the series, so people understand. I said it before the series. Thibodeau would not make adjustments, and that would be the reason why we could possibly lose to the Indiana Pacers. And that's what happened. Now I have to hear about, the Indiana Pacers own y'all. Okay, yeah, they own us. They own Tibbs, though. They own Tibbs. I like Mike Brown because Mike Brown does not go down with the plan that isn't working. He'll try something different. That's why I like Mike Brown. Do I think he's the best coach ever? Do I know that he needs to be more forceful? He needs to be more demonstrative. He needs to actually be more of a leader and really put players in their place. He needed to be the guy calming down Josh Hart yesterday. He talked to Josh Hart. He didn't really calm him down. But he did make the decision to put him on the bench when he was overheating. And again, we need that fire. He knows we need that fire. But what we didn't need was him getting a technical. Go ahead, do what Brendan Malone, the late great Brendan Malone, did with Isaiah Thomas when he was mad at Karl Malone. Choke me. Just don't let it cost the team. Go ahead, choke me. Put your hand around my neck. Funny, the original Sprewell is Isaiah Thomas, The original, and I'm gonna end it on that because we're coming up on 30 minutes. But But the original Sprewell was Isaiah Thomas. Only that was planned. Peace.